everybody. Welcome to Rip Comics Podcast. It is a new day. It's our musical version. We will now do the whole show in sing-song. Because it is a new day. Welcome to Rip Comics Podcast. Oh, sounds like a service. Oh, jeez. And the blasphemy begins. Blasphemy begins before annihilation. Yes, I think we are live. We are live. 10 minutes.
Ooh, plug it in
till midnight.
Hey, you remember that? You remember that commercial? Plug it in, plug it in.
Yeah, I remember that. Those were those little smelly things you put in the wall, wasn't it?
Yes, but you know, a lot of people don't remember Chicken Tonight. I feel like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight. We had some of those. We had the chicken cacciatore.
I remember, dude, you know what? I didn't know what chicken cacciatore was until Dad taught us the kitchen cacciatore.
What is it? What? No, I know what that is, but what are y'all talking about?
I don't know. It was a jar of Italian
chicken
goodies.
tonight.
Pull it up on here.
It was chicken tonight.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just one of those.
It was like made by Prego, or it was made by one of those.
I will look it up right now. Go ahead, explain to our audience why we are dancing the chicken tonight. Because it's Thanksgiving.
Well, as you know, it's Thanksgiving, and you know it is a joyous time because I got to be reunited with my family, which the size of my family goes against. I guess it goes against every protocol that we're supposed to have for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So the minute he opens his mouth, they will come take him away.
I'm in California where they frown on stuff like that.
Frown. Turn that frown upside down.
It was barren. Don't worry.
Sauces, and suddenly everybody's saying,
I feel like chicken tonight.
No, I don't remember that, but that's funny.
Oh, we felt like chicken. We felt like chicken that night.
vegetables and herbs, so you can make dishes like country French chicken and chicken cacciatore.
There we go. Woo!
Cacciatore.
Chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight.
New Chicken Tonight simmer sauces from Ragu.
Ragu.
Hey,
Oh,
who was
that
that
was
at the
our cousin.
end there? Whoa.
I think that was our cousin.
That was our cousin, Ruben V, starring in the Chicken Tonight commercial for Ragu. Can't that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's already mad at you for he was mad at you for the thing already. Now you're sullying his good name with the Chicken Tonight.
That was pretty incredible. But yes, that was Chicken Tonight. Chicken Tonight.
Kind of like Entertainment Tonight. We had Chicken Tonight.
That was a staple in our home.
Yes, for a while, because it was only on. I mean, it was only out for.
If it was in a jar, I think that's what it was. I believe
we had to try it. But you know, it was new, and so Dad tried it, and it was good. I mean,
Yes.
you ain't gonna lie.
No.
But I tell you what, buying things in jars, kind of like it. We were just so used to it, and I remember the first time that Jess and I went to grocery shopping together. She wanted to make spaghetti, and I was like, "Oh, well, here we are." And I pulled the jar of ragu, and she's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "You said spaghetti," and she's like, "Not in my house." I was like, "Ooh." But luckily, with the growing family, after a while, that became we're gonna have to go ahead and
wait. Hold on, time out. Something's happening here.
What are the topics? So I can post it on here.
It's posted where?
X of Swords.
What else? Oh, Mandalorian, and how Rob spoiled it. How Rob spoiled the Mandalorian.
No. I don't know what's happening with this. The show has been completely hijacked.
Well, X of Swords, you're going to talk about Witcher.
Spoiler alert. The whole show's been exposed to the audience that has been there, which technically there isn't anybody right now, but it's okay. I guess we can just openly talk about all this stuff in front of everybody.
Yep. The Mandalorian spoiler. Palpatine's granddaughter is going to make a comeback.
I can't read your handwriting.
That is because I'm a doctor.
A rippy doctor.
That is correct.
Is it first of minute news?
Oh,
Wow.
Ooh, somebody has not been listening to this show.
Is that what this says? I can't read your handwriting.
I thought we got rid of that other guy who didn't listen or watch the show.
Dude, I'm going to school full time from 8 to 4 o'clock.
I'm not taking archaeology, Rob.
I'm taking extra classes on top of that.
Oh,
I got homework.
Just type.
I got projects.
Yes, just think what it says, because here we go. Welcome to Rip Comics Podcast. I'm Rob, and I have Roll, and I have Marty, and I don't know where the hell Carlos is, and
Richard's
I
asleep.
think Rich has a company of friends. But welcome to Rip Comic Podcast, and it's midnight Central Time.
Rippy Comics.
Rippy Comics to our elder statements out there. But anyway, we are glad that you're here because it is Small Business Saturday, and this is as early as you can get to Small Business Saturday, and that's right at midnight. So,
but it is also 24 hours after the release of a show that now would be a good time to talk about it.
Yeah, but we will talk about our first of the minute news first. That will include.
Okay, first.
Yes.
Let's go.
So first of the minute news. We have been on the trail of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles last Ronin. Update. Raw goes for $65. So if you have a copy or an extra copy, bam, $65 just converted right there. The raw copy means that it is a, what does that mean, bro? Some word that we don't like to use on this show.
Slab?
Becomes graded, it's slab. The opposite of that is a raw comic. That is a comic you go out into the wilderness, you hunt, you find, you gather, and you buy the comic book. You don't put it in a container that you cannot open it. Now, putting it in a backing board and a plastic, you can still open that comic. Slab, you can never open it again unless you just want to, I don't know, it'll explode.
This is no slab zone.
No slab
zone. We read our comics. So
but if you want to give me a slab, I'll take one. So there've been a couple of books just recently that have reached certain milestones. That book was just released a couple of weeks ago, and it was really hard to find. It was in low demand. Well, not low demand. It was in high demand, but it was in low amounts that were available. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the second print should be in about 2 weeks, the second printing of that book. So the first print just keeps on going up and up and up. Now, it could have reached a higher amount of turnover, but I think because there are so many covers, I think it keeps the price kind of down, because then you can kind of pick and choose what book you want to collect, and then because some books are going out of control just because of certain artists and the quantities and all that kind of stuff. So if you have our friend Carlos isn't on right now, but he actually does have a copy, so he actually doubled his money. So congratulations, Carlos, you now are the proud owner of a baby $65 comic. So yes, bro. I saw his price on that book. Now, unless he got special favors, and I don't know if he did, but he, hey, Carlos, it's good. You made a good choice, boy. Good choice.
So that means my second copy will get ripped next episode.
Oh no. Let's wait till it goes higher.
Rippy. Okay.
It'll be the most. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Dun, 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 dun.
My last Ronin is classic. I'm gonna rip it up.
continuing our musical version down memory lane here. It is the musical version of Rip Comics Podcast. Mariela will be singing a Bjork song very soon, and that will be before she does her Witcher review. So it's going to be amazing. So stay tuned for that because you don't want to miss that.
Oh, look.
It will be oh so quiet when we do that. So shh. Shh. Shh.
Wait, so it's gonna be Bjork, or is it gonna be, what was she in, the Sugar Cubes?
Well, that's Sugar Cubes. I just said Bjork. Bjork did a song called "Oh So Quiet." You remember?
Oh,
there was a lot of shh, shh.
Well, so I bought this hat, and usually I wear it special occasions, usually New Year's. But today, we finally, like, I have almost all my stuff. We were able to unpack a lot of our kitchen stuff. We have our tea. There's still actually a whole nother load that we need to go pick up. But right now, for the most part, 75% of my household goods are here in California with my family. That's the important part. So as a celebration, I have my hat, my pirate hat.
When did that tradition start?
I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. I bought it at the Renaissance Fair. Usually has a little feather in it, but again, for a while I was using this as my driving hat. So because in my van that I have now, I can actually like put this on. The only problem is turning left and right, because as you see, I got these things. Sometimes when you're turning it, you get that stopping and you end up like that, and it's just. But I got my whole Captain Jack, I guess.
I didn't want to dwell too much on anything in specific, detail. I know that Future State released a free book. DC released a Future State book, and there's been some confusion because some people are picking up these books and wondering, oh, I got the mystery book that's worth like a lot of money. There is one per store on local comic book store day that the book had a black band or a banner that went all the way across it, and that's the book that's going for $50. All the other books are free. Now, what those quantities are as part of promotion for the Future State event, I don't think we'll know until later on. I mean, people are paying, I guess, a little bit of money for those promotional books, just because. I don't know. I hear mixed feelings about that. It's going to be an event that happens for DC Comics in January and February. All their books are going to stop at the end of December, and then we're going to start with Future State, and it's all the DC characters set into the future. So it's a whole different kind of ball game there with DC and stuff like that. So, I mean, it sounds, kind of interesting. You want to see what your characters are, but right now the whole universe, DC Comics, is just all over the place. They keep doing this death metal. People are confused at what book. Hey, here's the multiverses of DC, and you either latch on to that one book and you just kind of write it through, and you have a good time with it. I have friends that actually will read certain books and they stay within that book, and that's their thing. But I don't hear them like, oh, I'm going to grab everything, and it just causes just a bit too much, I guess. I don't know. It's a mess. It's all over the place. I guess this is one way they're going to try to right the ship. In the meantime, they're canceling books. They're just they canceled a whole bunch of books a couple of months ago, and now here we are. We're heading to December. A lot of these books are ending. Nightwing, Harley Quinn, I think, ended before already. I don't know. They just got all kinds of stuff that are going to stop, and I guess maybe they'll reevaluate over the next 2 months and figure out: are we going to honor these solicitations, or are we going to just restart everything? Maybe we're not going to have any books at all. So you'll have these future DC comic characters, and then you'll go on from there. Another piece of news, we kind of hinted about it a little bit earlier. It is Mandalorian. We're up to episode 5, and we have not yet once. I don't think we've talked about it at all on the show at all. Now
we almost wanted to. It was close because
I think it just started, and it was either the episode had just come out and it was so fresh that we didn't even think anybody watched it. But now we're like 5 episodes in, and I think it's a good way to kind of like look back at the 5 episodes and just. I don't want to get deep dive into that too much. I just kind of want to give an overview of what you've thought of what we've seen thus far. Now some of us have not seen the current issue or episode, but we want to go ahead and just kind of glance at what we've already established on, we've seen all season 1. And then we're now seeing these, the path that they've been following on these, I guess, past 4/5 episodes. Mariela, you've seen this season of Mandalorian. You saw some of the first season. How do you feel that what you've been seeing with the characters, the way that they've been interacting?
Okay, so what do I think about the show in general, or
this season that we've been on Mandalorian? We've seen the Boba Fett costume, or maybe we've seen him. He's being sent on a mission. Have you what do you think about the progression as they've been going through the episodes? The eggs, the controversial egg.
Okay, so what I think, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's because I want to think that Baby Yoda, or, the child.
No, wrong.
I think he's nice and has a good heart and knows better. So I think he ingested those eggs to keep them safe. I don't know.
They're unfertilized though.
So maybe, he knows that those other eggs are going to die. And so
but at the end of it, they showed the little tadpoles.
I don't know, dude. Okay, this is my opinion. This is what I think.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He's got a name.
Hey, we're not talking about this episode.
Oh, sorry, we're not talking about this episode. It's a
Rob spoiled it on Facebook last night or this morning.
Oh no, he did it on Instagram too.
Anyway, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about some stuff here. Mando rhymes with Lando.
Don't give away the child's name.
Okay. Huh. All right.
Named after his father, Lando.
So we have one theory right here, but you haven't told me what you felt about the past 4 episodes.
I don't know. I'm happy with the way it's going. I'm happy with the way. I don't know, but then in a way, I'm also like, hurry up! I want to know what's going on with Baby Yoda. Is he the only Baby Yoda out there, or the only Yoda? What is he? What's his? What kind of?
Nobody knows. Yoda's
50 years old.
When you do that, everything disappears behind you. Your whole background disappears. It's like you're like magic. You're like the Force. I can't even do that. Look,
I know.
I disappeared, not the background. I mean. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Those are her wings. She's like, I can't even do that.
Yeah, no. Nobody knows what his species is. Yeah, nobody knows.
I'm hoping to find out. I'm hoping to find out what why he's being protected. I'm.
So far, this is the 3rd of their species that has been on film.
I think so. I don't know, dude. Is that other girl? Is that
in episode 1? Her name was Yaddle or something like that, or Yiddle, one of those.
Too close to Yoda, but
no, that's
yeah.
So you're wondering why? Yeah, the child's name is not Jaffa or something. I don't know.
Why does it have a Y? It doesn't have a Y in the name. He's not related. He's from the mountains.
He's a hillbilly. He's Gizmo. He's like,
yeah, he's part Gizmo.
Mogwai, which
starts with a G.
Part 3 is not going to have CGI gremlins.
Yeah, so it's not going to be any good. Anyway, No, we don't know. Okay, so Mariela likes it. She likes that the eggs are potential key to the mystery of the riddle of the Sphinx, and could turn out to be something very mysterious because he's has
I just don't want Baby Yoda to be mean. That's all.
No, he is. That eggs he ate were potential poop.
yeah
That's
he was
gonna come out later.
He's a Kevorkian.
He stole the kids' cookies.
Yeah, he did.
He did. The kid was like, "No." Every right, that kid said no, and he was like, "I've got the Force," and he took him and threw up later.
Macaroons, right?
This is the reincarnation of Palpatine.
Okay, that's his theory. So, but what have you thought about these last 4 episodes? Not counting the new one.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, it has. Every episode has been like this great space western that I'm pretty sure George Lucas wanted in the beginning. You know, here you have just that.
Man, if there
lone
was a way
gunman,
that
but
we could include some samurais and ninjas, it would be even better. All right.
And here we're telling Richard the worst.
It's a powerful Western. He's established the Western motif actually in first season. And even down to the fact that there were spurs jingling and jangling in some episodes. And
Jangoing,
and fetting.
Bobaing.
Yes. And so, yeah, I too have enjoyed all 5. 4 of the 5 of the 5 of the 4 of all of the episodes actually.
I need to watch last night.
It is the way. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm starting to do it too.
Mandalorian. Timothy Olyphant. He's got that.
He's got that kind of.
Well, hey there, Mandalorian. You can help me with my stuff, and I'll give you.
Take off. You want me to take off this? You want to take off this? You're gonna kill me for it. Oh, hey, you want to help me come kill a giant dragon thing, and then we can maybe swap some stories there or something. Anyway, that was a bit that went too long, just like that
was
egg eating fish frog thing. Anyway, so, but I guess we're in agreement that Mandalorian has been pretty good these past 4 episodes. They've set the bar pretty high. I think the bar was set high going into, the potential. I think we in season 1 they hit the mark. Everybody enjoyed it. They fell in love with the child, and they couldn't wait to see where this took them, because they knew that they were going to have to search for others like him. So that's what made it all exciting. So bar set way up high, and they deliver on the first episode of this season, and the next, and the next. And if you haven't seen the new one, you must watch it.
I have to say the difference is, like, I was worried that it was going to be like a Todd McFarlane, where they would be giving you all these things, Todd McFarlane comic Spawn, that they're going to be telling you all this stuff, and you'd have to wait till the last episode. Every
like
episode,
Walking Dead.
You have the gun, So you have the gunslinger Spawn.
Negan's coming. Negan's coming. The whole season goes by. Hey, everybody! Guess what? We're gonna have to wait till next season.
But that's what I was worried about. I was worried about we wouldn't see all these things that we were promised until the last episode.
How far back could he go? It's like, hey, everybody. Hey, Rick, what's going on? You probably can't imagine how I can balance magically this way and still beat the shit out of all of you guys. But you know what? I'm Negan. I can Legan all I want. But I'm back. Because I'm Negan.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. Anyway, so Mandalorian has actually been very impressive. It's been very satisfying. I think everybody has the bar every episode, even the episodes, they mention something, and he gets all hyped up, and then they deliver. And now they have dropped so many bombs all over us that they can't hit those all. You can only, they're only going to, with what, 3-4 episodes left. I mean, you're wondering what they're going to lead into. What are they going to find?
Mhm.
And where's that going to take them? I mean, I'm trying to not reveal too much stuff, because there's just, this episode has been way too much bombshells all over the place. I mean, it's like a landmine, and wherever you step, it will just blow you away. I'm still wondering how that the episode from this first season, with the reveal of, is that Boba Fett, because it is the actor that played Boba Fett, but then again,
also played Jango.
he was the clone. They made clones from Jango Fett, and so what if it is another character? What if it is one of the clone characters? What if he was seeking Boba Fett, the creator? I mean, you know what I mean? Kind of like they were looking for him, or what if he's one of these renegade troopers that were part of Clone Wars with Yoda and all that kind of stuff too.
Well, I was gonna say, if you remember, yeah, it was in the
Commander
Clone Wars
Cody and all
cartoon,
that stuff,
yeah,
right?
and Rex and all these other people.
Yeah, there were some
You know,
very
that,
iconic characters as well.
Yoda ended up pointing out that, yeah, you're clones, but you're your own people. You all have, you're off this force, and so,
Yeah.
So
it could be red herring, and it could just be kind of hyping us a little bit, that getting us excited that, hey, we did see Boba Fett armor, but you know what? It could be a reveal that somebody brought it in. They found him, but that was all that was left him, or was it? He's gonna have a welt on his head, and that's how you're gonna know. But other than that, the comics have been going crazy because of all the name drops. Any time that they've what is that? Even when they had that, what is it, an episode? It was the third episode with the all those Mandalorian suited
yeah, the
squad.
three, yeah.
Everybody's been looking for
Starbucks.
stuff. Yeah, everybody's been looking for stuff of that. The minute they dropped the name Ashoka Tano, everything's been going crazy on that. It was already going crazy to begin with, but because they already hinted that she was going to come out, and well, the books are going out of control. Then they start dropping other names and then other characters, and those books are not going out of control. So it is a crazy thing right now. If you're holding on to a lot of these Star Wars books and have been a fan right now, it's like, all your stuff just went gold right now. Even obscure books. My brother was showing us a book early in one of our episodes with his theory before Mandalorian had started, and it was about Boba Fett and the Scarlet Pit, that he did survive that. And then here it is in that first episode, and then that book popped up on the web. It just started going crazy and all that kind of stuff. So
a lot of people started talking about it, and I'm like,
yep,
it's just like with the Sleepwalker thing.
Very much.
So
the other thing, I don't want to go too long into it. I just want to I'm going to let Roland give it a comment. It's the Dark Horse Sleepwalker. Give me your feeling about that. These are books that are just crap. Okay. And everybody, it's a big running joke. It's like, let's find the next jokey book and let's see what we can do. Like Presidents.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
So you have, like with DarkHawk, it was a average 90s comic, and people started faking the funk and telling everybody, oh, it's so great. So you have these new people coming in. And it was funny because as we were talking about this, and we were talking about the rights that, the copyrights and all this other stuff, I made the joke about Sleepwalker. Well, now these same people who've pushed DarkHawk, I mean, they've even put in their post, guys, you know what to do. And it's like, you're creating crap, and you complain about crap that's being put out there with comic book companies, movie companies, and this is your fault. This is what you were asking for. Here they could have been spending money and direction on either new characters or, you know, just helping with other characters, but they're wasting their money on DarkHawk. You're not going to buy it. Everybody who's like, you know, they're buying DarkHawk for $1, and they're pushing this to hope that it becomes this big thing, but it's going to fall flat. And now they're trying to do the same thing with SleepWalker, which came out about 3 months difference from when DarkHawk came out. And again, the reason it's not a big comic now is because it was horrible. And that's what I don't get, is that if DarkHawk was so great, it wouldn't have, you know, it would still be going. There'd be, and it'd be different. Like, okay, with X-Men, it was a dying comic and then they brought life back into it. But that's the difference, is that right now, X-Men became what it is now because of good writing and Chris Claremont. With DarkHawk, there's no resurgence of what is new. They're still just going off of number one. Like, you ask anybody what this comic is about, and they're not going to tell you what they don't know. So that's what really grinds my gears, and that's you can take it to the ripped bank there, the Rippy Bank.
How about those apples? Anyway, no, that's a very good point. There's so many other good books that actually don't even get the time of day, and there's whole universes of books that don't even get the time of day. And I'm not just saying this because I collected it, but I mean, we're talking about like Valiant Comics. I mean, you could get entire runs of some of these books, and I mean, they don't command any with this ridiculous price that you're seeing with like DarkHawk #1 and all this kind of stuff. There's so many copies of that. I mean, why not we put Bloodshot #1? I mean, don't get me wrong, Bloodshot #1 is gaining, because of the movie and its own thing. But it's like the same thing. It's like, why would that book ever go like an astronomical thing? Because there's just so many that were printed of it. And it's just, I don't know, it's silly. I mean, but that's the way you can manipulate the industry. You're seeing they're tracking what is happening on the eBay and all the sales that are taking place, and they're taking those numbers and they're putting them in their key collector and all these collecting websites, and then it's fluctuating the price on that. To me, it's if you really put the book out there and you took the number, there's too many of them, but people are going to pay for whatever they want. They're going to pay for whatever crap. There's some amazing books that have 250 print run. We're going to talk about some of those, like in that have low print runs, and they're excellent art and great companies. It's just that they don't have like the Marvel name or whatever the case may be. So they're kind of put on the back burner, but there's a lot of great books out there. That's it for first of the minute news. I think, it's kind of a hodgepodge, not really anything formal, but I want to quickly get into it because today we're going to talk about X of Swords. Roland's going to kind of give us an overview, and I'll kind of just chime in a little bit on that because it is the conclusion of X of Swords. There were 3 parts that came out. We had X-Men Excalibur, and then of course Roland's favorite, Destruction from X of Swords. But we'll get into that a little bit later. And then we have Mariela, who's going to actually tell us about Witcher #1. And it's a new series, a new run of Witcher, and she's going to get onto that. She's pretty excited about how that's going on that one, and we'll definitely dive into that. But first, go ahead, Roland. We're going to go ahead and we're not going to go book by book or however you want to do it, but just kind of give us an overview arc of the way, because I don't know. We'll get into how it. Yeah, I know. What do we expect? 22 parts. We were kind of joking about, hey, we're getting into 22 parts of it, and we threw the dice, and it's over. So go ahead and
they could have told this whole story in the last 3 books. Those 3 books. Even then, I mean, yeah, we got built up. Turns out none of those battles meant anything because. This was the closing of a chapter for X-Men. This was, sometimes you have, and you know what? If I recall, I actually said what that was going to end up being, and I was right. Was I not?
Yep.
We talked about who was that, and I made that mention of
So that
what the whole
was
thing with
in
that.
essence a spoiler cover when we actually, you know what? I didn't even
Yeah.
put that as part of the podcast. If you remember, I don't even think I included some of that. But yeah, you're right.
Probably not.
Yeah, it was a spoiler cover in every sense of the word, and it was a cover A. So
But no, see, but again, it's a spoiler cover, but an afterthought, because if you're not paying attention, some people don't look at comics. They don't look at the stories like we do. They just read them, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But what I am saying is that, yeah, I mean, it is that taking that further look and, reading. And Richard was doing the same thing. We both kind of, but yeah, these comics, we were built up to this, and once they showed the cards, we were waiting for the Annihilation Apocalypse battle, husband and wife, and then out of nowhere we see Father Cyclops, I gotta get my boy, and somehow pulls out the entire X-Men family. I mean, I don't know, like every X-Men, it was like that G.I. Joe thing. Every X-Men like came out that were alive in this 3 arc. But, there you go. That mask is the important part. And as you see, it's a feminine looking mask, but then when you look at that cover, it's not so much.
it changed.
Mm-hmm.
And so husband and wife battle in that book.
And they both, I mean, he like straight up, like he gutted her. He was about to, I don't care about spoilers on this one, because this, because this whole, again, the story overall, it was decent. But again, with the ending, it was anticlimactic. It was like, I mean, everything was setting up for the next year, like the whole new view. A lot of comics, a lot of crossovers we remember. Of course, we always fondly talk about Executioner Song, and they gave a synopsis at the end of pretty much what everything is now, because now everybody is one big happy family, except for Apocalypse left this run.
Yeah, he made a deal.
And
there's a deal that was made. Yeah, a deal was made, and I don't know. So he off he goes with his.
Let them know they will see me again.
Of course.
And then he walks off into the sunset with the family. Without some, and then all these summoners came out. So there you go. There was the Peach Momoko cover.
Yeah,
because all these summoners came out. 1s, 2s, 3s,
Summoner
whatever the symbols.
Oh my goodness.
This is 22 parts, mind you. Yeah.
I was really hoping.
So how do you feel?
There's some issues.
Yeah. Well, and this Solon Select disappears in this thing. Nobody knows where the hell he went. He became MIA. Nobody knew where Solon. Don't you remember in the infamous cover? It's like question mark. Where did he go?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
It's everything fizzled out. It's like everything, all the tangent storylines, everything went. Pfft. We just know
I was promised.
We just know what's his name was going to hang out with his new wife. We're going to get that, and then yeah.
I'm just saying, we were promised a new arch nemesis to Wolverine, and we got his best friend now.
Yeah,
we got his what is it? What do they call him? GBF.
Whoa, wow.
I
made a movie about it.
Yeah, now we got variants. Got the nice. It's like a Peach Momoko.
Ooh, is it done in watercolors?
Very nice. Very nice. So overall, you got 11 issues. I think there were some, you know what I mean? There's going to be like certain issues that end up like rising up just because of certain moments or character things. But is this going to live up to like all these other things? I mean,
Well, if they continue doing what they've done in the past, and like with Mr. Sinister, they're not going to touch on what Sinister did for like another year. But again, that story didn't come out for another year. Oh Lord!
next week.
Is
He didn't have
laughing?
to.
What?
He didn't have to wait too long to mourn his. Oh, I thought this was a King in Black cover. Never mind.
Yeah. See, you thought, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, brother. So you don't have to wait too long to find out what.
I don't have to wait. I thought. See, I've been so very wrong these past couple.
So,
Oh,
so
hey,
you,
look. Oh,
you need
what
to
is
visit.
that?
You need to visit your comic store because this is a poster that is coming out.
Wait.
Yeah, and every
Is that
time they
from
do a
the Gambit?
poster, that means in 2 months the book is going to come out, just like Power
Power
Pack.
Pack.
Yeah, there you go. See, I told you this is what's going to happen. Look at this. What is it's the children? Look.
The children of. Oh, okay. So this is like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is X-Men Z.
So what is this? What Cyclops is the other Cyclops kid? What is this? A imaginary world? What?
I thought that was the mutants that were fighting for Batman.
Yeah. So there you go. Now we're just future state. So thumbs up, thumbs down, or we're just gonna just leave it for you. Go figure it out on your own, guys.
It's that.
Yeah.
There's good issues overall. The ending was a little lackluster,
22 issues. Do you remember we talked about this? When you
But-
are paying for these things and multiple covers and all that, man, you took a slam. Let's chalk it up. You feeling good about that? No, no, the sting. And then guess what? Next week, King in Black. Are you ready? Are you ready for that? Oh my Lord. And that leads us to this. The Witcher, Fading Memories. This was
Is that a Pepe
local
cover?
no, but it was a local comic book comic shop day.
Gerald has become impoverished and dejected since monster threats have seemingly vanished. Times have always been hard for Witchers, but without continual work, his situation has worsened. As Gerald explores new possibilities for his life path, he receives a request from the mayor of Towitz, a small town where children are being kidnapped by foglets. But something feels off about this new threat. In shops, November 25th.
Go ahead, Mariela. You are a fan of the games and the series and the anime, everything about Witcher. This was perfect for you. It's from Dark Horse Comics. It is number 1 of number 4. What can you tell us about this journey that took place here?
Well, I mean, the way that The Witcher is, as far as like the series and the game, this comic book is following in the same vein. The artwork is I really enjoyed the artwork. I can't wait to read the next one. This one has the mermaids. It has him, going off, looking for work to, I guess, take on monsters and stuff to get coin. And like the description says, the mayor, I guess, is requesting for his assistance with that whole situation that they described. So, but yes, I recommend it. If you're a Witcher fan, I think you would thoroughly enjoy it.
This is one of the variant covers. This is cover B, actually, of a variant of the Witcher Fading Memories book. There may be another cover out there that is an incentive cover, but I know that these are the two that are being offered as cover A and cover B. So if you have a chance and it's still in your comic shop, definitely go out and get Witcher Fading Memories. This is one that I read. I read book 1. So I'm going to go ahead and give a little background on this. I kind of already briefly talked about it with Roland, but I wanted to go ahead and just let you guys know it is from Remender, and it is Scumbag. This is book 2.
Snowblower Indemnity Part 2. The Central Authority meets Ermy's demands to help save the world, and he meets his new partner, Sister Mary. Together, they uncover a terrible plot by the terrorist group Scorpionus. Will Agent Scumbag help stop them or join for a bump in pay? In shops November 25th, 2020.
All right. Basically, this is kind of the guy stumbling into the man with one red shoe, North by Northwest. It's basically
It
the
looks to
guy that
kill.
just he steps into a situation that really he wasn't meant to be there. He is the lowest of the low, a degenerate in every which way. He has broken every crime in the book, but he basically injected himself with what he thought was some drugs and ends up becoming this Superman, so to speak. But he doesn't know he has these powers. So here enters Sister Mary and tries to recruit him into that first mission, which is not going to be easy because he is just looking for his next hit, but he's still not off of the quote unquote high from that injection and stuff like that. So in order to coax him into the mission, she basically opens up a briefcase filled with every kind of drug that you can imagine, and he is on for the mission and wants a date with her too. But that's not going to
So
happen.
this is like Chuck, but
but
with
a
a
piece of
druggie.
shit, dude. Yeah, basically. And man, the artwork is amazing. The story really hooks you in. Yeah, it's grimy. It's in your face and all that. But you wonder where it's gonna go. You can't see it on his jacket, but he has like a scorpion's patch. And so I'll let you guess what ends up happening. He gets infiltrated into the scorpionus
Yeah.
because of his scorpion patch. He goes, man, I love the scorpions. He goes, yeah, me too. And he starts singing songs. And he's like, holy shit, we're going to see the scorpions, but this concert sucks because they're having a rally. So anyway, I recommend this one. Book number 1, I think, is out there. I don't know if you're going to be able to find a first print of it. I know a second print is available. This one came out in multiple covers. Again, Rick Remender really has a way of crafting a very fun story. The artwork is very intense and it's very good. So I definitely recommend it. It's The Scumbag. The next time Carlos comes on, he'll give us a report of 3 and 4. Like Marielle is going to give us Inkblot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
19, 11, 12.
Did you say 19, 11, 12?
Yeah, I don't know.
You didn't. Oh, Sesame Street failed
Hey,
you.
man, it's the scumbag. It's been influenced in me. That's what's happening, brother. Anyway, I kind of scribbled some notifications for Mariella. What did I say that was next on our? Oh my God, she lost the list.
If she can't read your list, then she's gonna end up conjuring a demon or something.
It's on the list because your
Because
kiss,
your kiss, I can't resist.
because your kiss is on my list. Turn out the lights. We'll be taking requests, so enter the song you'd like to hear next, and that will be featured next. Oh yes, I do remember. It is part of a new segment that we were going to be introducing, but I guess I did not introduce it properly. It is called Let's Meet a New Comic Book Company. It's not a new company, but you know what? We want to put spotlights on company. At the end of every month, we're going to visit a different comic company and see what they have to offer and what makes them cool, because we think there's some very cool titles. And I'm not talking about Marvel and DC and Image and stuff like that. We want to talk about these independent companies out there that are taking chances, that are presenting very thought-provoking books, but how are they accessible, and what cool things can you find on their websites that actually make them that you should be visiting these websites? So we want to start with Behemoth Comics. They obviously, you can tell on the screen, it's called A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. This thing sold out, and now they're taking pre-orders for volume 1, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it should be the trade paperback, which is going to include part 1 and 2. And just quickly looking at their website, that's what you see right when you get there. You see what they're promoting. Then when you scroll up, you end up seeing the latest news. They talk about the solicitations that they're going to have for February. You got to remember, in the comic book world, that is 2 months out. So these are the books that are going to be available in February. They're letting you know, hey, these are the books that we have available, and you can even see what January is, so you can catch up and make your lists. Go to your comic book stores and request these things.
I'm gonna say I am going after that Paranormal Hitman. That to
one looks
me,
cool.
Right.
I am
Yes.
I'm so for that, and I will be ordering that from these guys here once I can.
I need a t-shirt.
I think, yeah, see, that was another thing. They have, it says here, latest releases. They have some new shirts. We're going to go through their website real quick. They also have, these are the upcoming, some of the books, I guess, that are coming up within the next week or two. They had Freak Snow, Washed in Blood. And usually some of these are collected. They might have been released, maybe, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they could have been released in other countries, and they might be collected for the States, or they just decided to put, you know what? I don't know. We need to have, you know what? I'm reaching out to you. Anybody from Behemoth Comics, if you want to come on to the show within the next couple of weeks, and we go ahead and we talk to you about the way some of these books are collected, because I do notice a lot of their collections, their volume 1s and 2s, and they $17.99, $9.99. They're not like comic books, but they do release regular comic books. So I don't know if it's just the limited series, then they make them into trade paperbacks, or we get them from other countries and then we release them in trade paperback form, or whatever the case may be. But yes, the invitation is out. Reach out to us. We'd love to have you on the show, and we want to talk more Behemoth Comics, because everything about what we've seen, we have been so excited, and we want to be more about all hail Behemoth. I mean, we're down to seeing what it is. One thing that I thought was very cool is that they're in the know of physical and digital media. If you want to get the actual comic book or shirts or whatever the case may be, just quickly looking at the physical, it's called physical. We quickly look on the left side of their thing. It says comic books, graphic novels, limited editions, pre-order, and merchandise. My wife is all about merchandise. You want somebody advertising these things on a regular basis, send a shirt, and that shirt will be worn on the show. But you know what? I think getting some of these shirts would be badass anyway. We got Hotline, Miami Wildlife. Of course, Found Footage, Volume 1, the limited edition as well. Yeah. These are those VHS ones. Then, oh yeah, this one looks pretty cool. The Gatherer. What else?
The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. That one looks really cool.
I have to tell you, like the covers. I was gonna say the covers alone, like there's not one cover that I'm looking at that's like, meh. Like just graphically, it's just each one of these covers make me want to read it. I mean, I don't know. They're hitting on all cylinders, and it looks like they're going to be, making their mark like they already have, but they're just going to start taking names, because
Necromorphous looks cool.
Yep.
Like they all, I don't know, they all really look neat. Cardinal Dagon.
Now we go to the others section of their website. We're going through the website, so if you guys get a chance, go to behemothcomics.us and visit that website so that way you can see a lot of what we're doing. Now there is a link here, and I think this is cool. It says here it was in, something called submissions. Quality books from a quality publisher. If you haven't had a chance to hold one of our titles in your hands yet, you need to make it happen. Our print quality is absolutely paramount to us. Our books feature premium quality covers with interiors, with whatever additions are needed to make this book look their absolute best. And you join Behemoth with your submission, be rest assured your title will get the same attention as others do, not just in print quality, but in friendly team that helps your title succeed. All hell Behemoth. So if you are an artist, you got a comic book, you're really wanting to take a chance. Hey, they are right now. They'll take submissions, and it looks like they're going to care for your book. A lot of people wonder what's going to happen. Who's going to take care of our baby? What's it going to look like? Is it going to be, whatever? Is it ever going to be in print? Well, reach out, see what they have. They got the list of requirements of what is needed in order to make that dream a possibility. So there it is. They do release in physical and they do release in digital. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. I'm going to go ahead and click on their news section, and that's what we had seen before. I think it's a very easy website to navigate. They have, there it is. We had already mentioned it. We're going to go ahead and mention it again. It is coming out February 10th. Now, like I said, this is solicitations for 2 months in advance. So these are books that you can pre-buy now and be rest assured that you're going to get that. One of the books that my brother and I think all of us kind of saw being popped up online. It's called Paranormal Hitman 1A. Brett Murphy and artist, what is it? Wilson Gandolfo. Do you want to read that, Roll?
Yep. The Sopranos meets Ghostbusters in this action comedy starring Gene Rizzo and Devin Grace, two hitmen working for the infamous mobster Alfonso Carboni. After being recruited into a mysterious government agency, not only will Gene and Devin have to hunt and kill ghosts, they will have to dodge Alfonso Carboni and his men. Man.
It is February 10th. This looks pretty cool. Bad Summer's looking pretty good too. There it is. That's the B cover. Oh yes, this is homage to that infamous Amazing Spider-Man number 129.
Yep.
You already know what's going to happen with that one. Once the Marvel guys find out that homage pops up, you're going to have a lot of people jumping on for that. But you know what? It sounds like a killer concept, and hopefully they dig into that as well. Let's see.
Yeah, we might get that cover.
Yep. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, most definitely would. You already know what's going to happen. That's going to be one of those top picks for sure. I like the way Bad Summer looks too. Bad Summer is looking it's looking like a pretty tough book. I think that's more of, I guess, see, I like the fact that they present the larger format book. You're not stuck to a 24, 30 page book. You got something right here like Bad Summer, 56 pages. And, you do get a black and white book, and some other ones are full color, and you get a little bit of mix and match, and you're getting something that's very stylized. And I think it's a pretty cool thing that they have going on here. So for Behemoth Comics, .us, definitely, I want you guys to go to their website, take a look, make friends with them. They are very easy guys to get along with. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter, Instagram. These guys are all over the place. Support what they're doing, share, like their pictures, get to know what they're doing, and make them part of your regular pool, because I think it is something definitely you guys will really, really enjoy. Next month, stay tuned to Rip Comics Podcast. We will pick a different comic imprint out there, and we're going to examine them. We're going to look at them. We're going to see what they have to offer, and we will see what that is. But we have, I think it's pretty pretty cool announcement. I think we kind of hinted around it online. I don't know if anybody had picked up on it, and I know our really cool friend Neil Jones is a really good friend, and I wanted to kind of. I'm glad Mariella's on this one because usually she is in class, and she is not able to be here, and she's here with us today, but we wanted to go ahead and make this announcement. Rip Comic Podcast, starting with this episode, when we put it out online as an audio podcast, and we've already mentioned it earlier today. We are going to be part of the Without Your Head network. Without Your Head is how would you describe it, Mariela?
I think there's a podcast for everybody to enjoy, and I don't know. I'm just really glad that we're part of it.
Yeah, Neil Jones is if you haven't heard his podcast, what he's doing now, it brings the horror community, and sometimes we'll deep dive into special effects, cult hits, movies that are being made. We'll talk to the writers. We'll talk to famous people. We'll talk to cult heroes. We'll talk to the up and coming artists. He talks to everybody that is in the biz. He'll go to conventions. He supports almost all the arts. And one step that he decided to take, I mean, because he does also a wrestling podcast, if I'm not mistaken. He I think one of his early podcasts, which still continues today, is a wrestling podcast. They do this routinely, ritually. And
Really?
What ends up happening now is that he's opened up a hub, a network of various other shows. Like just right now, if you were to go to his website, WithoutYourHead.com, and you get to see the latest shows from the different podcasts that are part of this network. We have stuff that talk about just independent film. We have stuff that talk about the paranormal and things that go bump at night. He's got a couple of those shows. He has shows of just horror movies and all that kind of stuff. Like right now, if you were to go and see latest shows, they got the Launch Over podcast, and that's two of our friends out from the West Coast, and they provide shows. All these shows are like weekly, and this is the best way that you can actually get the latest things. There's a new podcast that he just opened up called that he added to the website called 3 Haunted, and then there's also Culture Shock. And then of course his own podcast. So when you start taking a look at it, you get all the things that you want. I mean, yeah, you can go to Spotify and you can go to Google Podcasts and all this kind of stuff. But if you want more meat, so to speak, you want to get more of the website experience, you want to get more engaged, go to the Without Your Head podcast network and deep dive into all these. You got links that will take you into the various podcasts that are home here at Without Your Head. You get the backlog of everybody. You get everything that's out there. You get the breakdowns. You get the up to the minute news when it comes to all these sites. It is reviews and guests and exclusive events that Neil Jones has. Look, there's something called Curious Transmissions with Ryan Harrison of Ninja Badass. That is, and they have two familiar people that are actually on this show too. Wow. I did not know that.
Interesting.
No, I knew that. But this is what I want to say. So that there's the different places. You want to look for some great shows, and you want more content, more input. Johnny, number 5, much more input. This is the place to go.
Input.
This is the place to go. Neil Jones. Ian, you know what? If you want to hear them live also, go on to Facebook, go to YouTube, go all over the place. They have shows almost like daily live shows. You can catch all these shows before they are put in the podcast ethers. I can't say enough. I cannot say enough about this. But you know what? one thing that I can say is that we are so happy that Rip Comics Podcast is part of the Without Your Head network. If you're looking for a more deep dive into your podcast world, you want more shows, you're looking for more content, go to the Without Your Head network and listen and be part of the podcasts. But anyway, it is Small Business Saturday. That might need a rendition. What would be good tune for Small Business Saturday?
Small business, all I ever wanted. Small business.
Is that all I ever needed? Not having shit that I like. It doesn't matter anyway. Cause small business is what I like. I don't need it if it don't have it. I will order it on Amazon if I can because I don't know what I'm saying.
Wow.
Because Mexican Americans.
Man, you used to have this coming from a musician.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm retired. It's like what happens when you go to Vegas. And I got no request, brother, but we'll just go on. Anyway, so that's we will have. Oh, wait, you didn't even tell us what happened.
You know what? We want to get people to go to small businesses.
Yeah, you're gonna just run them away. Run away, run away.
Well, Steve, the thing is that the person who like orders the comics, I mean, they don't even have internet capable of streaming, let alone watching YouTube or
much know
Facebook
who you are.
or listening to. Yeah. Every time I go in, he's all, "Can I help you?" I'm like, holy crap. I've been coming here since September, bro. And you don't know who I am. And then you have someone else singing Pokemon to me. And then finally, he's all, "Here you go." And there's Exosword's Destruction. I'm like, I asked for all the Exoswords. And I got one issue. And then, I felt good. I put that Ninja Spawn reprint in there when he wasn't around. So when he showed it to me, I said, "I'm putting this one back."
Oh,
No.
Dude.
Yeah.
You crushed his small dream heart. Damn, dude. Damn. You just broke his heart, man. You know what? We need this.
Ragu introduces chicken tonight beer sauces, and suddenly everybody's saying,
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight, chicken tonight.
Choose from 6 new sauces. Each one's made with real vegetables and herbs, so you can make dishes like French chicken and chicken cacciatore. Just brown the chicken, simmer, and serve.
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
New Chicken Tonight simmer sauces from Ragu.
Chicken tonight.
Starring Ruben V.
I don't know, man. The way his smile was, that was more kind of like Junior, wasn't it?
Oh, we're talking all of them now. Oh my gosh, we got the choreography down. See, that's what happens, people. That's what happens when it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna tell you a story. It's about a family in Portland, Texas. They went down to the grocery store. They knew they wanted chicken, but they wanted to change it just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
They were like, "Is there something that we can just brown our chicken?"
Is there a coupon that we got?
There you go.
A coupon that we have. What can we mix into this chicken?
Well, it's like growing up. It's like growing up. People like eat McDonald's all the time, but we only ate McDonald's when they had specials on Big Macs
or cookies.
Cookies.
That's it.
Cookies and specials on Big Macs. It's like, oh no, it's regular price. We're not getting McDonald's.
I can't
unmute
you.
We're gonna go to Whataburger and spend more at Whataburger than we were spending at McDonald's. It's not hamburger that I want helped. Let's do something with chicken
tonight.
Not
tonight. Chicken.
Oh,
I want cacciatore tonight. Tonight. How did we stumble across that? Was that the only one that we got? Or do we actually try that other weird shit?
Did he try the Alfredo? Did he ever get the Alfredo?
I don't know. Mom,
because
did we get chicken tonight, Alfredo? I know she's there listening. I think she.
I knew it was you, Fredo.
It was the Cacciatore.
It was always the
The
Cacciatore.
Cacciatore.
It was a Cacciatore 22.
Dad must have had Cacciatore somewhere. He heard that word that he was like, you know what? Maybe he thought it was chicken cacciatone.
What is that?
He thought it was chicken cacciatone.
What is that?
That's what he used to say. Hey, cacciatone. I don't know what that means. It's one of those Chicano slangs.
It's hillbilly talk. I was told that when Dad spoke Tex-Mex around people who actually spoke Spanish, they called him a hillbilly.
What?
Yes. He was talking. He said that's why when he talks to people outside of Texas,
He doesn't speak
he does
Spanish.
not talk to them in Spanish. Nope, he does not speak Spanish to them. He said when he was in Vietnam, there's people who actually probably spoke Castilian or something like that, and they said he talked like a person from the hills. And he said,
Man, the discrimination from all places.
Yep, no love.
Dude.
No love with the Latinos.
Dude. Man, there was like the Brothers at Arms and the Five Bloods. Man, that's a story we need to write this story. It's called Chicken Tonight.
Okay. Chicken Cacciatone.
Cacciatone. What is that? Some kind of hillbilly food? What is that? That looks like we're pretty close to there. So that is another episode of the Rip Comics podcast on the Without Your Head network. I want to thank you guys for listening and watching, and we want to let you know that we're watching you.
I feel like chicken tonight, chicken tonight.